Hey guys, JoNay here. So it has been quite a while, but I am back. So last time I checked in with you guys, I had some computer issues. I was trying to open up an ACMI file. My computer just kind of locked up on me. I went to do a reboot on it, and it just came back with a black screen. I couldn't even get to the BIOS. I couldn't get to safe mode. Couldn't do anything. Figured it was a hardware problem. Brought it in. They did pass-fail checks on all the components. Decided that the faulty component must either be what was it? Either the MOBO or the CPU itself. So then what I decided to do, first before I decided to do anything, I took the computer back because they weren't going to be able to do anything because I have an old socket type on my MOBO. And they weren't going to be able to do anything for me. So I took my computer back, and when I was starting it up, instead of getting the black screen, I tried it a couple more times, I got that blue screen with the frowny face and saying that there was some kind of like freeze code or something like that. And it would be like different every time I would start it up. So what I decided to do was replace the MOBO just because that would be cheaper than the CPU. And if I'm wrong about that, then whatever, it's just, $70 or $80 down the drain, and then I could explore like testing out the CPU. So I bought myself a MOBO with the correct socket type and everything from eBay. It took a couple weeks, got it shipped to me. What did we do? I plugged that in, and it didn't fix things. So we took the MOBO to my brother's house, and we took his CPU and put it in my computer, and my computer worked, right? He's got the same CPU. We took my MOBO out, we put it in his computer, and it worked with his CPU. So we determined that the problem was actually the CPU and not the MOBO, right? So at that point, I discovered that my CPU was under warranty anyway. So it's kind of funny. I didn't even really need the MOBO, and I bought it for nothing. But the funny thing is, during all this like part replacing, we actually damaged my brother's MOBO, like a couple of idiots. So I just gave him that one. So kind of just stupid how that worked out. So anyway, waited a couple more weeks, got my replacement CPU from Intel. We put it in my computer. And started it up, and it worked fine, right? So my brother, he says, you're welcome and everything. He takes off. I slap the side panels back on my computer and plug everything back in, start it up, and then it was back to the black screen. Not the blue screen with the frowny face, but back to the black screen. I couldn't fucking believe it. I had a working computer for about 10 minutes. That was it. So, it was really a head scratcher because we figured it had to be the CPU. When we did the CPU swap at my brother's place with his CPU to my computer, it worked. And putting mine into his, it didn't work. So it made no sense that we were back to like wondering, is it the MOBO? Is it something else? And we couldn't really figure it out. So I called the repair place again, explained the problem, and they said, try taking like everything out of the case. Try plugging everything in, just one thing at a time. Start with one stick of RAM, just the CPU, just the power source, whatever. Just try it like with minimal stuff, and then start plugging things in, right? So we had everything like laid out on this piece of cardboard on my brother's coffee table, and we're plugging things in just like one thing at a time, and it's working. It's working totally fine every single time, and each time we plugged in a new thing, it worked, and we got everything plugged in, like as it's like all outside of the case, kind of laid out, sort of like a bunch of, like imagine like a human being with all their organs out on a table, and they're working, right? That's kind of like we had the computer equivalent of that, and it was working fine. So at that point, I started thinking like there must be something with the case itself. Like it's not an issue with the MOBO, it's like an issue with the case, because that first time that he came over to my place with the replacement CPU and we put it in, it worked good. And it wasn't until I put the case walls, the two side panels back on, that it started giving me the black screen again, right? So we rerouted all of the wires and everything away from any of the sides of the cases, because at this point we're starting to suspect that it might be like a grounding issue, right? And we put everything back together, and it worked totally fine. So I actually had two problems with my CPU or my PC at the exact same time. One was a grounding issue, right? And one was a problem with the CPU. The CPU went bad at the exact same time as this grounding issue. I don't know what the chances of that are happening, but that's what was happening. So the grounding issue was causing the black screen on startup. And then once we had that sorted out and like fixed, and we replaced like this, the CPU, the bad CPU was was causing that blue screen with the frowny face. So it wasn't until we solved both of these things that we got my computer back up and running. It took a little while, and we actually got it fixed like quite a while ago. You probably saw some stupid Street Fighter video that I uploaded. What actually happened was during all this, unrelated to the computer, just whatever, in a totally unrelated freak accident, I actually hurt my hand. So I injured my hand and I wasn't able to use a HOTUS for a while, but it's feeling pretty good now. It's like 90% better. I can make a fist. I actually had a broken bone in there, so I can make a fist again. I can't squeeze too tight, but I am strong enough to use my pinky switch and paddle switch and stuff. So I know it's been a while. I think it's been over a month since my last mission. I feel like I'm totally lost. Like I can't even really remember what's been going on in this campaign. I'm going to fly this mission that I fragged like a month or two ago, and we're going to see how it goes. So we're going to get back into this, try to get back in the swing of this one-man army experiment and finish what we started. Okay, so that's the long-winded explanation. Thanks, guys, for all your patience. I hope I didn't lose any of you if you've moved on to other routines and watching other things. Hopefully you come back and enjoy, watching, me finish what I started. Okay, so we'll get to the briefing next. Hey guys, JoNay here. Welcome to day 4, flight 3 of my one-man army experiment. So where to begin? I guess I'll catch you up to speed. We've had some forward movement from our ground units along the flot. I think I already showed this in a previous mission. They pushed forward over here, but in between the last mission, which I have not put up a video for, and this one, they also moved forward here. So I've adjusted the flot again. That's twice I've made adjustments to the flot in just something like 6 or 12 game hours. So we're making some good forward progress here. For the last flight, the video that I just mentioned that I didn't end up uploading to YouTube, what I decided to do is just run a pre-plan CAS out to this dip in the flot. I decided to just go at it by myself, just a single ship F-14 F-16 Block 40 with 4 Jace House, and I was going to hit I think it was like a motor rifle battalion or something. So technically softer targets, even though there are some tanks in the column. But as soon as I was ingressing and I got lock, just 1 second after that, they started moving. So they disappeared from my GM radar. I picked them up again in GMT, but what are you going to do? You can't deploy JSOWs on moving targets. It's not going to work. So I came off cold to the south, set up for another run, this time in GM mode, looking for just any other targets of opportunity, not necessarily the column I was looking to initially attack. And while I was looking, I got kind of jumped by some MiG-23s, so I had to ditch my stuff, fought off one of the MiG-23s, and then just beelined it home to, I can't remember if it was Pohang or Pusan I was flying out of, one of these two bases. I'm pretty sure it was Pohang. So it wasn't a super successful mission. I'm not going to bother uploading it. So to further bring you up to speed, Kunsan is still down at 0%. There's nothing more I would love to do right now than frag a big package of A-10s to help me with some CAS along the flot. I really want to try being more systematic on tank battalions. Maybe like, I can't remember if I've mentioned this previous video, but it's a strategy I want to try. I want to try just fragging 3 or 4 A-10 flights onto one tank battalion instead of multiple tank battalions within like a unit, right? But Kunsan is still down, so I can't do that. Sachon is back up. It's been down for the past 12 hours or so, but it's back up. Pohang is back up. Pusan is still up, and of course we have the Vincent. So really the only base that's down is Kunsan. So with that being said, I think I am going to try a pre-planned CAS of 4 Tornado flights. Not really a great platform for doing CAS, but you know, this campaign is about experimenting, so we're going to see what happens here. My target is, I kind of forget. I might have to look it up here, so I might edit the video and come back when I find it. Okay, we found it. The target is the 1st Tank Battalion within the 1st Armored Brigade within the 5th Air Mobile Division. So these are the 5 tank battalions that were all sort of located along this eastern coast that we've already run attacks on. They quickly regenerate though. So last I saw them, before they disappeared from, you know, our spheres of detection out there, they were all on the move. So this tank battalion has orders to move to Sangdong, and their ETA is 1241. Sangdong is right over here. So this is their current location. This is where they're going to be. I set up a triangular sort of kill box to mark where that's going to be. They're probably going to be moving along this road, with which somewhat follows my flight plan line. So like I said, we're going to be escorting 4 flights of Tornadoes. Tornadoes loadout. They really don't have a lot of weapons that are very ideal for CAS. They can't really carry cluster bombs. They don't have Mavericks. They don't have, I don't know. They don't really have a lot that's like designed for hitting movers. Maybe GBUs. But they can only carry, you know, 4 of those total. I don't know. So this is what I'm trying. This is the loadout it automatically gave me when I fragged it as a pre-plan CAS. It gave me Mark 83 LDGPs. So there are 4 on each of these hard points. It's just the way BMS loads them. When you load 1, it loads there. When you load 2, they disappear for some reason. But it does have 6 bombs. So each ship has 6 bombs. So that's 12, 24, 36, 48 weapons total that we're going to be bringing to the column. Like I said, they're on the move, so I really don't know what to expect. I don't know if the Tornadoes are going to be successful in hitting moving targets, or if they're just going to be a bunch of misses, but you know, we'll see what happens. The way I've got this mission planned is the first 2 Tornadoes will depart from 12:12, so that's in like just about 10 minutes from the time of this briefing, with 2-minute departure delays. The second 2 groups I've staggered by about half an hour. So they depart about half an hour after that. So the plan for me is to depart from the Vincent. I'll be in an F-18C for this mission. Loadout is, you know, the typical kind of loadout that we see in those pictures on Google. It's 9 AMRAAMs, a TGP, 2 AIM-9Xs, and a centerline tank. So I don't have much for fuel. The plan, though, is to get airborne, rendezvous with the first 2 elements of that package over at our Steer 3. They're going to be on station there at 12:37. So that's when we'll meet up with them. We'll proceed north. They're going to be attacking at, I can't remember when they're going to be attacking. It's like 12:46 or something like that, maybe. I don't know. It's only about 10 minutes or so from the rendezvous point. And then after that, I'm going to flow back south, and we're going to hook up with a tanker that is going to be on station at 12:24 at this steer point here. Do I have that right? Yeah. Time on target is 12:24. So they're going to be on station probably by the time, well before we need them. Probably by the time we even make it to the rendezvous point. If it was possible to do 2 air-to-air refuels, what I would do is I would go get fuel from them, join up with the Tornadoes, push north, come back, get more fuel, and then push north with the second group. But I don't think you can do 2 air-to-air refuels in the same mission in BMS. I think it's just a limitation of the code. So we're going to rejoin. We're going to rendezvous, push north. They're going to drop their bombs. The plan is for me to come south, hit the tanker, gas up. Hopefully I have enough time to do that. Join up with the next group of Tornadoes, the next 2 groups, push north, watch them deploy their weapons, and then RTB. That's the plan. I'll have 9 missiles to cover them. I already see that there's like multiple groups of MiG-29s up here. Here's a 2-ship. Here's a 2-ship. And this looks like a 2-ship as well. This is a 2-ship. There's MiG-29s and other garbage all over the area. Kang Noon is still down though, so we probably shouldn't have to worry about MiG-23s. I think this has been kind of a long briefing so far, but I think I finally covered all the details. So yeah, wish me luck, and we'll see you in the pit. Hey guys, we are in the pit for the first time in a very long time. Actually, I have been doing some flying on my own lately, just kind of warming back up to ease into the campaign again. But I've been having some problems with my ACMI. I don't know what it is, but every time I try to record like a full flight in the campaign, it ends up just getting hung up on the exit screen. And it's not because I have any kind of corrupted or unsaved ACMI files in the folder. I've deleted all of that stuff. It's totally empty except for the ones that come stock with the install. So it's something else is causing it. I'm not really sure what it is. So I'm going to try to fly this flight without ACMI, resave my campaign on the current day after this mission is over, and then hopefully that sorts out my issue. Yeah, it's really annoying right now. I used to have my BMS installed on my C drive, which is kind of a smallish SSD, and then I would record the ACMI, and then after a while, at the leaving aircraft screen, BMS would say that the program was not responding anymore. And it would crash. So then I would go to the folder where the ACMI file was being processed or saved, and if I went on properties and looked at the size of it, it would be 33 gigs. Like gigs, man. It was crazy big. Even like a full flight recording, with shadow play, I don't think is that big. And the interesting thing is that's exactly how much space was left on my C drive. That's how much available space I have on it. So I think what is going on is while it's saving or being processed, the file is somehow like ballooning in size to take up every spare bit of space on the drive, and then the drive crashes, and that's why BMS is like not responding anymore. Marshall Sting 1, checking in, uniform 15, requesting QNH.
Sting 1, 2997.
2997, copy that, Sting 1. So I uninstalled BMS from my C drive and installed it onto my E drive instead. Because that's like a regular hard drive with over a terabyte, I think, of extra space.
315, 140 miles, 3,000.
That's kind of weird. Why am I getting... so I installed BMS and the ACMI folder and everything that goes along with it onto my E drive, which has like over a terabyte of space, but it keeps getting hung up. It doesn't say BMS is not responding or anything like that, but just nothing happens at that leaving aircraft screen. I actually even left it on all night long just to see, if I just need to wait longer, right? Because I know sometimes you just have to be patient. You have to wait like 20 or 30 minutes, and then you're kind of stuck in that sort of no man's land where you're wondering if there's a problem or if everything's acting normally and you just have to wait longer. So I left it on all night long and came back the next morning, so at least 6 hours I was sleeping, and it was still at that screen. So something's not working properly. I don't know what it is. So hopefully we can just do a flight here without any ACMI, and hopefully that sorts things out. Marshall, Sting 1 moving to Mount 1 for departure.
Sting 12997.
Okay, we're locked in, noticeable steering off. We'll set the flaps to full and unfold the wings. Marshall Sting 1, good tension, good power, salute.
Sting 1-1. Resume all navigation.
Okay, out of burn to 300. We're looking for about 500 feet here. There's 500. And we'll just extend on this heading until we're about 7 miles out from Mother. Okay, 7 miles. We'll go steer 2, buster, and we'll pitch back right at an attitude that gives us good airspeed in the climb here. Okay, we're on heading. We'll lock in our usual autopilot settings. Let's turn on the ground radar altimeter. Whoa, what the hell? That was a SAM launch. Okay. We got Nails 29. Chalice Sting 1 single ship F-18 checking in uniform 6 departing from the Vincent 5 miles out from the naval group. Got Nails 29 possibly under attack, requesting immediate bogey dope.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Request vector to threat. Sting 1, Chalice 1. Nearest hostile MiG-29s. 2 ship, bullseye. 120, 140 miles. 25,000.
Sting 1. Okay, there's another SAM launch. Another 2 SAM launches. We're just going to kind of hang out near these boats, and hopefully these SAMs can kind of protect us. It's kind of crazy. As soon as we got airborne, we're under attack here. Okay, we'll fence ourselves in. Do a flare check.
Chaff, flare.
Chaff check, and already turned on the jammer and checked that. Okay, we're naked. Let's come left and see if we can pick these guys up. With a little luck, maybe those SAM splashed them. Okay, we got contacts. Looks like a 4-ship, all at Angels 1-7. We're looking for Angels 2-1 here. MiG-29s don't usually hang out at Angels 1-7. And I'm not getting any nails from that direction. Okay, there we go. So that's probably the MiG-29 right there at Angels 2-5. So I'm thinking it's probably a 2-ship group of MiG-29s. There's another SAM launch. Another bunch of SAM launches, actually. I'm thinking it's like probably a group of MiG-29s escorting a group of attackers at 1-7000. It's not that uncommon for them to plot a flight plan along this route. Looks like just a single ship MiG-29 now. So, kind of thinking one of them got splashed. And I can't tell how many of these attackers. It might just be 2 of them now. Pretty sure it was 4 when we first got contact, but it might be down to 2 now. Chalice Sting 1 requesting update.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Request vector to threat. Sting 1, Chalice 1. Nearest hostile MiG-29 Singleton. Bullseye 120, 160 miles. 23,000.
Chalice 1, Sting 1, copy that on the MiG-29. Any other details on the attackers accompanied by the MiG-29?
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Request picture. Sting 1-1, Chalice 1. Picture is multiple groups. Nearest bandit bearing 205, 20 miles, 17,000.
Chalice 1, Sting 1, copy all. Can you declare contact at Bullseye 121, 159, 17,000?
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Declare. Sting 1-1, Chalice 1. Contact confirmed hostile. ID is Q5.
Q5, copy that, Sting 1. Okay, so we got Q5s about 17 miles off the nose. I don't really want to engage them though. It's not really our mission. So I'm going to keep them on the left gimbal and I'm going to proceed to steer point 3. So there's one of the Q5s. They're tracking 140, which is southeast. I'm thinking they're probably on their way. They're probably like an Oka strike package on their way to Fukuoka, which is the Japanese base on the southeastern corner of the map. Last time I checked the map at Fukuoka, the SAM battery, I think they were kind of exhausted. But so far they've been successful at repelling every attack that's come that way. And I hope they can keep it up, because that's where all my tankers and AWACS and B1s come out of. Okay, so we just kind of came back on the throttle a little bit. And while we're proceeding to steer 3, let's go ahead and set up the intra-flight data link here. So we are the 5th flight in this package. We'll set up the flight leads for the 4 Tornado flights, 11, 21, 31, and 41 in the second row. And we'll set the intra-flight data link to continuous and activate it. Got active Patriots and Hawks in front of us. Probably too far away to be engaging that strike package. It's probably wishful thinking. They might be getting triggered by me or whatever this contact is at 24000. I'm thinking this contact at 24000 is probably AWACS. I don't think that's the tanker. This guy over here on the left gimbal, that's probably the tanker. Chalice Sting 1, declare contact, bullseye 150, 150, 24000.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1, declare. Sting 1-1, Chalice 1, contact is friendly.
That could actually be the Tornadoes. Chalice 1, Sting 1, copy that. Yeah, I don't think we get intra-flight data on them until they're within 50 miles. So another couple miles and we'll see here. They're headed straight for the steer point that we're rendezvousing at, so I'm pretty sure those are the Tornadoes. The first 2 flights in the 4-flight package. Yeah, there's the data. So those are Tornadoes there. Eight miles. Okay, we got visual. Forgot to get a speed check on them before I unlocked. Feel like I'm closing pretty fast though. Low 300s maybe. Chalice Sting 1 is rendezvoused with the strike package, requesting bogey dope.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1, request picture. Sting 1-1, Chalice 1, picture clear.
Sting 1. Okay, I think he just swept his wings back there. Yeah, I see a little bit of afterburner. Okay. Kind of a funky maneuver there. Wow. And he's out of burn. What is happening? Can't tell if I'm on the lead or the wingman now. He is in afterburner though, whoever he is. Okay, there's the lead dead in front of me, so I'm on the wingman. Looks like they went trail. Ooh. Almost a mid-air collision, no big deal. Swap out the FCR to the right MFD so I can keep an eye on it. Scanning out to 80 miles with about a medium altitude. The V-stabs on Tornadoes are just obscenely large. That's got to be more surface area than even their main wings.
Plasma 2, attack target at bearing 350, 15 miles.
Okay, so the group we're formed up with is Plasma, I take it. And it sounds like they just got given some vectors to some ground units. And the lead just came off to the east, but I didn't hear him deploy any weapons. A couple more AAA spikes. I don't know what Plasma 2-2's doing. They in on their targets? Oh, there goes their bombs. Whoa, God!
Bombs away.
Did not expect him to cross in front of me. Expect him to follow the flight plan of the flight lead. That's exactly why I was formed up on his left side there. Okay, I think that's the road. Yeah, there's the shacks. Gonna get out the binoculars here. Yeah, there's the vehicles. Okay, looks like we got a couple good shacks there. Chalice, Sting 1, bogey dope.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Request vector to threat. Sting 1-1. 1, Chalice. 1, I don't have anything right now.
Sting 1.
Miles away. Miles away.
Okay, so that's Hobby releasing weapons now. So the next group of tornadoes.
Bombs away. Bombs away.
And there's some more shacks over there just behind the clouds. Not sure what Plasma 1-1's doing. Or Plasma 2-1 or whoever it is, the flight lead. Looks like he's having trouble finding targets. Just went right under us. There he is. Don't know what he's doing. We just lost our TV point though. Still got visual, barely. Go music off. Yeah, it feels like he's glitched out or something. Can't really find targets properly. Go music back on here.
Bombs away.
There we go.
Bombs away.
Okay, so I think that was the flight lead who did not get weapons release up at the flot where his wingman released. Let's see if we can get tally of some shacks here, but they might be below the clouds. There we go.
Plasma 2-1. Weapons on target.
Good job, Plasma 2-1. And that mud A that was right below us just went dark, so they might have hit the fire can or whatever was down there. Chalice Sting 1, bogey dope.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Request picture. Sting 1-1. Chalice 1. Picture clear.
Bingo! Bingo!
Okay, we are bingo fuel. Let's push south and see if we can go find the tanker. That is probably him right there. Chalice Sting 1, can I get a vector to the tanker?
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Request vector to tanker. Sting 1, Chalice 1, tanker, Camel 1, bullseye, 135, 160 miles. Deccan channel, United Yankee.
Chalice Sting 1, 29er Yankee, copy. Okay, that is them about 55 miles out. Let's go full afterburner, and we'll burn gas down to about 2,700 pounds. Camel Sting 1 is saddled up left side, preparing to move to pre-contact position.
Sting 1-1, Camel 1-1. Cleared to contact position.
Camel Sting 1, copy, moving to contact position.
Contact.
Sting 1, contact. A bit of a shift from the weather there.
1-1, Camel, 1-1. Heads up, tanker is entering turn.
Camel, Sting 1, copy that on the turn. Okay, we're coming up on full internal fuel here. And just filling up the center line now. I think it's about 12.9 for everything to be full. Oh my God. This fucking phone.
Disconnect.
Camel, Sting 1, disconnected, off to the right. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of a dangerous position here. Jesus. Not flying so good today. Camel, Sting 1, all topped up, thanks to the gas.
Camel, 1-1. Topped off and ready to go.
Okay, where are we? Okay, fence back in. Cruise altitude is about 20. Just come up a little bit. Okay, hang on guys, just gotta pause it. I got somebody trying to call me here. Be right back. Okay, we are back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's flow, we'll go like southwest, about heading 225. I think that's kind of the direction of the tornado base. That group in front of us, I believe, is Plasma. It looks like they're RTB. That group at 24,000 coming towards us is probably the next group of tornadoes that we're supposed to rendezvous with. I have no idea what their call sign is. And 10 miles. And visual. Okay, what is that? Multiple contacts at 25,000. That's not a good sign. Chalice Sting 1, declare contact, bullseye 132, 124, 25,000.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1, declare. Sting 1-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is MiG-29.
MiG-29s. Sting 1. Okay, we're music on. They're about 40 miles out.
Tempest 2-1, ready strike.
Looks like at least a 3 ship, which means it's probably a 4 ship. "30 miles out, speed's 520, nose hot, 25,000. Chalice Sting 1 committing, MiG-29s, bullseye 137, 116.
1, Fox 3 long. 1, Fox 3 long.
Chaff, flare.
1, Pitbull.
Okay, I think I just saw a splash. And another splash. Okay, I think I got them both. Yeah, he's ejected. And there's an active hawk to my 3 o'clock. New contact here. Chalice Sting 1, declare contact, bullseye 122, 138. Yeah, lost contact. 25,000.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1, declare. Sting 1-1, Chalice 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID is MiG-29.
More MiG-29s. Okay, I lost contact on them. Oh, my radar is not responding. I'm trying to get it back to RWS. Okay, there we go. Looks like possibly just a single ship there. Nope. It's at least a 2 ship. Looks like a 3 ship. Chalice Sting 1 committing 3 or 4 ship MiG-29s, bullseye 122, 148. Okay, 33 miles out, speed's 510, tracking hot on me. 21,000. 27 miles out, speed's 550 hot to 1,000.
1, Fox 3 long. 1, Fox 3 long.
Yeah, Fox 3 times 4. Music off.
1, pitbull. 1, pitbull. 1, pitbull.
Use some hawk sport right about now. I think I see a few splashes back there. Chalice Sting 1, bogey dope.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Request vector to threat. Sting 1, Chalice 1. Nearest hostile MiG-29 bullseye. 135, 80 miles. 25,000.
Okay, I think I splashed them all. 135, 80 miles. Yeah. Copy that. Sting 1, Grand Slam, 4-ship MiG-29s. Alright, we're down to 3 long sticks and 2 short sticks. And 5.9 fuel. Yeah, okay, so those nearest hostiles that we just got vectors to through Chalice are those strobers off our left gimbal about 70 miles out. Spotlight over the jammers, see if we can get some burn through here. Go music on. We're getting kind of close to the lead group of tornadoes there. Okay, contact.
Bingo.
Chalice Sting 1, declare contacts. Bullseye 125 080 25,000.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Declare. Sting 1-1, Chalice 1. Contact confirmed hostile. ID is MiG-29.
Sting 1. Oh man, looks like another 4-ship. Chalice Sting 1, committing 4-ship MiG-29s. Bullseye 125 080 25,000. Okay, they're 37 miles out. Speed's 480 hot. 27 miles out, speed's 400, hot. 32,000.
1, Fox 3 long. 1, Fox 3 long.
Fox 3 times 3.
Fox 3 long.
And music's off. Pitbull, I'm off cold.
CAS, flare.
Yeah, we've got a missile inbound. It feels like it's far away though. Getting really low on fuel though, just 3.2. Chalice Sting 1, bogey dope.
Nearest threat, MiG-29s. 2 ships, bearing 300, 15 miles, 29,000.
Sting 1. So it's still a 2 ship.
At target, bullseye, 105, 100 miles.
About 15 miles to my 7 o'clock. I'm down to 2 short sticks and I'm pretty light on fuel here. I know I've got some bases around here though, kind of over by the coast, so I'm just going to drag these MiG-29s out while the Tornadoes are deploying their weapons.
Bombs away. Bombs away. Snake eyes. CBU's away. CBU's away.
Could really use some Hawk support here. Chalice, Sting 1, bogey dope.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Request vector to threat. Sting 1, Chalice 1. Nearest threat, MiG-29 Singleton. Bearing 315, 15 miles, 20,000.
Sting 1.
3, Chalice 1. B-5s. Threat aircraft bullseye 165, 160 miles, 20,000.
165, 100 and what was it? That's a different group, I think. Okay, so we're down to just a Singleton MiG-29 chasing me. Would love a couple of Patriot launches or Hawks to support me. That would be great. Down to 1.5 fuel. I need a need an alternate. Yeah, it's right below me there. Just going to continue to fly past the air base here. Chalice, Sting 1, update on that MiG-29.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Request vector to threat. Sting 1, Chalice 1. Nearest threat, MiG-29, Singleton. Bearing 360, 15 miles, 15,000.
God, he's really after me.
Chalice 1, be advised. Threat aircraft bullseye, 115, 80 miles, 21,000.
I wonder if there's another base even further south I can push to.
Threat aircraft bullseye, 115, 80 miles, 21,000. Control 2, Chalice 1, be advised. Threat aircraft bullseye, 115, 80 miles, 21,000.
This guy's not giving up. Chalice, Sting 1, bogey dope.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Request vector to threat. Sting 1, Chalice 1. Nearest threat, MiG-29, Singleton. Bearing 010, 15 miles, 11,000.
Sting 1. I wonder why he's down at 11,000. We're down to 900 pounds. I've got to find a place to land.
Bullseye 110, 100 miles, 21,000.
Okay, he's gone dark. I think there's a base around here. Chalice Sting 1, I'm going to need a vector to the nearest alternate.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1. Request vector to nearest landing field. Sting 1, Chalice 1. Divert field available.
Altitude.
205,
Altitude.
25 miles. TechN channel 87 X-ray.
Sting 1, copy. Okay, so it's about 20 miles off our nose. Sounds like we just lost one of the tornadoes, unfortunately. The runway's in sight. Unknown runway, this is Sting 1, single ship F-18 Charlie on short final for runway 14, 3 miles. 3 green, full stop.
Control 2, Chalice 1. Be advised. Threat aircraft bullseye 105, 80 miles, 21,000.
Okay, we're down. Retract the... Actually, we'll leave the flaps at half. We're going to need that for takeoff anyway.
Control 2, Chalice 1, be advised. Threat aircraft bullseye 100, 80 miles, 21,000.
Sting 1, F-18, Charlie, single ship taking active runway 32.
Control 2, Chalice 1, be advised. Threat aircraft bullseye 100, 100 miles, 14,000.
And we're up. What is that? Chalice, Sting 1, declare contact, bullseye 153, 146, 03,000.
Chalice 1, Sting 1-1, declare. Sting 1-1, Chalice 1, contact is friendly.
Sting 1. Wonder what that is.
Control 2, Chalice 1, be advised. Threat aircraft bullseye 105, 120 miles.
Must be, I thought the Tornado base was further away from that, but it's somebody landing at 03,000 and 140 knots. Alright, let's fence ourselves back in, just in case we run into some trouble on the way home. Full afterburner, low altitude right over a city, no problem. Hope you enjoyed your eardrums. And we're looking for Angels 28. Autopilot set, steering, steer point select. Up through 26 and nosing over for Angels 28. There's data on 2-1. So that's probably a Troll or whoever that other flight was. Okay, I could go full burn and just kind of get my way home real quick, but I'm just nervous that I'm going to run into another one of those attack packages on their way to Fukuoka that way. So I think I'm just going to probably edit this part of the video out and come back on the recovery over at the Vincent. Okay guys, we're back. Still on the way home, RTB. But we just picked up a 4-ship group of IL-28s on that same kind of flight plan towards Fukuoka. I'm sure it doesn't look like they have any escorts, so I might consider these guys targets of opportunity and engage them. only have 2 short sticks left, though, which might only be enough to destroy one of them. I might have to gun the rest of them, which is always dangerous because I think they have tail guns. Let's emergency jettison our fuel tank. Any excess hard points. They're 35 miles out. Kind of flanking us, but we're on intercept for them. Hopefully they fly close enough to the naval group that they can pick off a couple of them with SAMs. "27 miles out, still no TGP. Yeah, it's a 4-ship. Okay, let's come off the autopilot. I'm just starting to get tally through the haze here. We are 13 miles out from the lead. I'm just going to try 1 missile per target here. Fox 2.
Fox 2.
Lock.
And Fox 2.
Fox 2.
Yeah, okay. So AIM 9Xs are a little bit more powerful than other Sidewinders. We are Winchester for missiles now, so we're going to have to take out the rest of these guys with guns.
Lock.
Okay, that's 3 down.
Bingo. Bingo.
It's a lot of parachutes out there. Okay, it's, cold on us, 270. Range is about 2.2 miles. Just trying to not fly in a straight line here because they do have tail guns. Oh, he just got hit by Sam anyway. Okay, I think that's all of them. And we didn't take any damage, so that's good.
Altitude. Altitude.
Oh my god. Why does that keep... I keep hitting this button like twice. My light's on. Okay, we're looking for 2,000 feet. Marshall, Sting 1 is inbound from 180 for 10, Angels 2. Requesting QNH.
Sting 13017.
3017, copy, Sting 1. Okay, I think I got a visual. Marshall, Sting 1 is established, Angels 2.
Sting 1-1, inbound for landing. Good afternoon, Sting 1. Welcome back.
Marshall, Sting 1, descending to 800 feet on heading 300 out to the initial. And there's 800. We got about 6 miles, so we're going to come left for the initial now. Marshall, Sting 1's on initial.
Good afternoon. Sting 1-1, clear for landing. Jet gear down. Sting 1-1, abort landing. Sting 1-1, inbound for landing. Good afternoon. Sting 1, welcome back.
And on the brake.
CAS, flare.
Got a little bit low. Should come up to about 600. Feel just a little bit far too. Yeah, 1.8 miles too far. We'll make it work. Marshall, Sting 1 is beam, hook gear flaps 3.7.
Good afternoon. Sting 1-1, clear for landing. Jet gear down.
Marshall, Sting 1, Hornet, ball 3.6 manual. Sting 1, bolter. Marshall, Sting 1-1 is a beam, hook gear flaps 3.2. Pretty rusty on my carrier landings, obviously.
Good afternoon. Sting 1-1, clear for landing. Jet gear down.
Sting 1, Hornet, ball, 3.7, manual. Actually, I think it's more like 3.2, but oh well. Yeah, a little crooked, but we'll take it. Oh, okay. Well, it was a pretty long flight. It was interesting. I hope I can actually leave the aircraft this time. I didn't take any ACMI or anything, so cross your fingers for me, guys, and wish me luck.
While participating in an aerial fight. You are hereby awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross.
Okay, well, we made it to the debrief. We got the Distinguished Flying Cross. So the CAS was successful, and I failed my escort duty of the mission, and that's because we lost one of them. We lost Troll 2-2, unfortunately. Wow, look at Troll 2-2, or Troll 2-1 though, got 16 kills. That's pretty impressive considering the payload he had. I think he only had 6 bombs, and they're dumb bombs, so that's pretty awesome. I got 10 kills, and Troll 2-1 also got an air-to-air kill, so wow, he's the real hero of the day, that's for sure. Plasma 2-1 and 2-2 got some kills. 2-2 was the one that I was formed up on that pickled their weapons and then almost crashed into me. So 4 kills, that's not bad. Tempest 2-1 and 2-2 did not have good effect. And neither did Troll 2-2. He got killed in action, unfortunately. That was an interesting flight, though. It's too bad I don't have any ACMI to review. Yeah, I guess that's about it, though. So I destroyed 2 IL-28s with the guns. Or I destroyed 1 with guns, I should say, and then 2 with the AIM-9Xs. I was 8 for 8 with my Charlies, and it was... So that was 7 kills of MiG-29s, and 1 was damaged. And I had a Bravo, which was a miss. Can't even remember what I shot the Bravo at. I really can't even remember. Alright, well, that's it for the debrief. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you for the next one.